Coming up, the trade turnover between Kazakhstan and Belarus will exceed a record high $1 billion this year. Stay tuned for more information. Kazakh scientists monetize their ideas. 14 scientific developments tapped into the international market and supply their products and services abroad. The bust of great Kazakh educator Abai was installed in the Square of Writers and Poets in the capital of France. The number of coronavirus cases in Kazakhstan is significantly decreasing. 545 people were infected with the dangerous disease in the last day. The highest number of 105 COVID-19 patients was registered in the capital. 97 people tested positive in Karaganda region. Pavlodar region came third with 74 infected. Overall, since the beginning of the pandemic, the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases has already exceeded 976,000. Meanwhile, according to Kazakh Health Ministry, more than 23,000 people continue to receive treatment for coronavirus. Over 4,000 out of them are in hospitals. The ministry also reported that 8,203,255 people have already been immunized with 2 components of the vaccine. Chile began vaccinating children aged 3 to 5. According to the country's health ministry, babies are being immunized with the Chinese-made vaccine CoronaVac. It was selected based on the results of a study confirming that children have fewer complications from the immunization with COVID-19 than adults. Children with various diseases will be the first to receive the vaccine, followed by everyone else. In total, the vaccination campaign will cover up to 600,000 children of this age. In the meantime, France will start to vaccinate high-risk children aged 5 to 11 from COVID-19 from December 15th. By this, the country's authorities are trying to take under control the spread of the epidemic among children of primary school age. Meanwhile, France, that is recording the height of the 5th wave of coronavirus, now has detected 25 carriers of the Omicron variant on its territory. Ahead of the New Year holidays, the Security Council made a decision to transfer to partially remote work everyone who has such possibility, as well as to open additional vaccination points. We can clearly see where the risks of infections are increased when we get together, eat, drink, standing next to each other without wearing masks. It may be at work in a holiday, it may be at home, New Year's celebrations, at a dinner with a lot of friends. My address is very simple. We should protect ourselves and protect each other until the end of the year. The Omicron variant can cramp Christmas season in Lapland. The number of bookings of air tickets and hotel rooms has significantly decreased due to the unclear situation with the new strain of coronavirus globally, experts calculated. Business people fear that countries could impose new restrictions, which may affect income and hit local tourism again. For example, if more than 600,000 travelers visited Lapland in 2019, then last year their number was 6 times less. 7 people have already been infected with the Omicron in Finland. According to the new rules, tourists who visited African countries in the past 2 weeks cannot arrive in Finland. The winners of the Altyn Sapa Presidential Award in the field of quality have been announced. The 15th anniversary award ceremony took place in the capital. It was attended by Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev. In his speech, he noted that nearly 150 enterprises have been recognized the best over the years of the competition. He emphasized that in the past 10 years, the share of manufacturing industry in the economy surpassed the figure of mining industry and reached 13%. This year, companies won special awards for Best Industrial Project and Best Innovative Project.
Биылғы салтанатты жиын тәуелсіздіктің 30 жылдық.
It is of great symbolic importance that this year's solemn ceremony coincided with the 30th anniversary of our independence. During this period, all conditions for business development were created in Kazakhstan. As a result, a plethora of entrepreneurs was formed that meet the requirements of the new era. They are becoming the main driving force of the national economy.
Экономиканың басты қозғаушы күшіне айналуда.
The Grand Prix winners of the Paryz competition were also announced during the awards ceremony. The prizes were awarded by Kazakh Prime Minister Askar Mamin. The trade turnover between Kazakhstan and Belarus this year may hit record high, exceeding $1 billion. This was announced by the ambassador of Belarus to Kazakhstan, Pavel Utupin, at a briefing dedicated to the 30th anniversary of the partnership between the two countries. According to him, in the first 9 months of this year, trade between the two countries has grown by almost a third. This was achieved through increased cooperation in the mechanical engineering, food and agricultural sectors, Utupin noted. At present, Kazakhstan ranks third in terms of export volume among Belarus trade partners in the CIS countries. Belarus supplies 650 commodity items to the Kazakh market. Speaking about plans for the future, the ambassador noted that the countries intend to focus on the implementation of new industrial cooperation projects, enhancing technological cooperation.
Это возможность постоянно иметь стабильный товарооборот и, соответственно, более...
It is an opportunity to have a constant, stable trade turnover and therefore to involve a large number of economic entities because it is both science and education. As in mechanical engineering, we started out with a simple assembly but have already moved on to full-fledged production. Presently, negotiations are underway to decide on the possibility of building a ceramic tile plant. To that end, the raw materials available in Kazakhstan are being studied and are being tested in Belarus. On this basis, a business plan is being developed.
Проходят испытания там в Беларуси. На базе этого создается уже бизнес-план.
Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan intend to build the largest commercial and industrial hub in Central Asia. The launch of the facility is planned on the border of the two countries. The International Center for Industrial Cooperation will allow expanded transport and logistics capabilities. Moreover, experts believe that Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan are capable of providing food not only to the Central Asian region, but also to become a kind of guarantors of food security on a much larger geographical scale. Kazakh IT companies will be able to increase the level of their competitiveness and scale their developments in the territory of the EAEU countries. This will be facilitated by the Astana Hub ecosystem, specially created at the initiative of the Eurasian Development Bank and the National Holding. According to the memorandum signed, at first, the selected startups will be financed from internal sources, and after their development and expert assessment, projects will be able to apply for investments from international financial organizations.
Та система, которая на сегодняшний день создана, это создана...
The system that operates today has been created through market mechanisms. Market participants themselves determine which areas to finance. This is the most effective way. To date, 579 companies are already part of the ecosystem of Astana Hub, where a special tax regime has been created. Since April 2019, they have accumulated a volume of money in the amount of $380 million.
$380 миллионов.
Kazakh scientists monetize their ideas. 14 scientific developments of domestic scientists enter the international market and supply their products and services abroad. Countries such as China, Russia, Turkey, Georgia, Czech Republic and Kyrgyzstan are interested in their know-how. Sales exceed hundreds of millions tenge, and this is passive income of the scientists. All these projects implemented thanks to the support of the Kazakhstan Science Fund.
За последние 5 лет в нас вложили порядка 34 миллиардов за 5 лет. Вот. И наука...
Nearly 34 billion have been invested in us over the last 5 years, and science started to pay off. The socio-economic contribution of science amounted to 46 billion. Major breakthroughs took place in the last year and a half. What's happening? Scientists come to the Science Fund with their reports on the results of scientific and technical activities. The task is to select among the most striking projects those that will bring more results.
Среди наиболее ярких проектов отобрать такие, которые принесут больше результатов.
Among the inventions which are becoming popular abroad are the radioisotope cobalt-57, an antifungal medicine, whey-based drinks, and even mare's milk probiotics to help improve metabolism. Other projects are being considered today for attraction of foreign colleagues. For example, studies of Kazakh scientists who are capable of identifying a person's predisposition to disease and even learn about the future physical data of a baby based on gene analysis.
С каждым днем генетика становится все
Genetics is becoming an increasingly irreplaceable part of the medical process every day. The treatment of patients is very firmly based on personalized medicine on the genetic passport. Our center was one of the first in genetic analysis in Kazakhstan. We have the largest laboratory. We provide a very wide range of genetic services.
Персонализированной медицине на генетическом паспорте.
Businesses based on inventions are becoming more efficient, the Science Fund concluded. Over the past 2 years, the organization funded about 130 projects and launched 130 knowledge-based industries. This allowed creating a lot of new jobs. New projects are ahead. Thanks to the state support, today Kazakh scientists, together with their foreign colleagues, participate in modern developments in various fields, from medicine to environment and agriculture. An international conference entitled Interfaith Harmony, the basis of Kazakhstan's independence, was held in Nur-Sultan with the participation of representatives of various clergy. The achievements of modern Kazakhstan are the result of maintaining stability in the country and peaceful coexistence of representatives of more than 130 ethnic groups and over 20 religious denominations. According to Bulat Sarsimbayev, chairperson of the Nazarbayev Center for Development of Interfaith and Intercivilization Dialogue, Kazakhstan's experience in this area serves as an example to the entire world.
Стабильность, она предполагает
Stability presupposes inter-ethnic and interfaith harmony. It's practically impossible to develop the country without stability. There must be some predictability. Only with stability in society can we move forward. And this has been given great attention by the country's leadership, by the government of Kazakhstan, since the first days of independence. Yes, we are a blessed country, but it still requires work. The work of the country's leadership, the work of the government, and the work of our people to achieve the success.
Большое внимание со стороны руководства страны, со стороны правительства Казахстана.
The Congress of Leaders of World and Traditional Religions, held in Kazakhstan for 18 years, is scheduled for mid-September next year. It was first held in the capital of Kazakhstan in 2003. The bust of great Kazakh poet and educator Abai was installed in one of the most beautiful districts of Paris, namely in the Square of Writers and Poets, where sculptures of Hugo, Molière, Baudelaire and Pushkin are located. The opening of the monument was dedicated to the 30th anniversary of Kazakhstan's independence. The mayor's offices of Paris and Nur-Sultan believe that this bust was the first step in bringing the two capitals closer. The parties intend to sign a special treaty on cooperation. I'm actually very happy that here in Paris, in the heart of the 16th arrondissement, in the Square of Poets, we honor Abai next to Victor Hugo and Aragon. This is a tribute that the city of Paris would like to pay to this great poet, and it is also a reflection of the cooperation that's emerging between Paris and Nur-Sultan, namely in the cultural field, which I'm very happy about.
Paryz et Nur-Sultan. Біздің екі мемлекеттің
This contributes to the further rapprochement of the cultures of our two countries. We will also sign a document with the mayor of Paris on strengthening the social, economic and cultural ties between the two cities. Paris became the second French city to commemorate the memory of the Kazakh poet. 5 years ago, a bust of the poet appeared in Rennes. In addition, sculptures of Abai were installed in South Korea, Germany, Turkey, Romania and other countries.